Hey guys, what's up? 2-Bit Jesus here, and welcome to a brand spanking new 2-Bit podcast. And it's going to be a solo cast with just me, little old 2-Bit, so bear with me here, folks. Let's get right into it. So, have any of you guys seen the brand new trailer for the documentary Console Wars? It's being produced by Seth Rogen and I believe Evan Goldberg, or is it Greenberg? Sorry, I'm not familiar with the other person. I know Seth Rogen, though. And so it's basically going to be a documentary on the events between, I guess, the late 80s and early 90s, the rivalry between Nintendo and Sega. And I'm very much interested in this. From what I saw from the trailer, it looks like it is really well produced. The only thing I'm a little leery about is if, I've seen so many documentaries, read so much up on Nintendo versus Sega. I wonder if this is just going to follow the basic story that we all know about, or if there's going to be any new information that we can glean from it. And even then, if there isn't any new information that comes out of this documentary on, what happened back then, I still think it's a positive because, this is going to reach a huge audience, bigger than just the retro video game community, and that's only going to be a good thing for the retro video game community or retro video games in general. That it'll get more eyeballs on these great old games, and people will want to go back and play these awesome games that came from Nintendo and Sega. It was like the heyday of my childhood was playing Nintendo games and Sega games, so I'm very excited to watch this documentary. I thought it was going to be like released in theaters. I thought it was going to be a big movie documentary, but it looks like it's going straight to CBS Access. I haven't been following this production too closely, so I don't know. Maybe this was always the plan. If not, I can see, given the global pandemic, being like, hey, we can't release in theaters, let's just shoot it to CBS All Access. I am very much looking forward to it. You guys let me know in the comment section below if you're looking forward to this documentary series as well. Moving on to the current console wars that are taking place between Microsoft's Xbox and Sony's PlayStation, we recently had a massive leak on the Xbox Series S. Now, this happened last week. I know, I'm late to the party, but I still wanted to talk about it. So, there was a bit of a leak online, and it forced Microsoft's hand. They had to release information on the Xbox, and they did. They showed the Series S off. It's going to be an all-digital edition. From what I've seen, it basically has very similar hardware to its big brother, the Xbox Series X. Now, of course, the big difference being its GPU is a lot smaller than the Series X, but it's not trying to target 4K games. It's more targeting 1080p, 1440p resolution games. So while the textures, I think, and especially the resolution, is going to be lower than the big brother, as far as the CPU goes, so frame rate, game performance goes, you're still going to get the same experience that you would get on a Series X. So they're not going to sacrifice the game performance, just the resolution with the Series S. And it's going to be $299.99, so $300, $329.28 basically, to get this system. And I think that is a steal. That is a coup, because not only are they getting the hardcore gamers, because here's the Series X, the most powerful console that's on the market, $500, well, $540-something bucks with tax, and you're going to get the primo experience. Or if you're on a budget, you're not wanting to spend, $1,000 on a console, you can get the Series S. You're going to be able to play all of the next-gen games, and you're not going to have to sacrifice performance, and I think that's a win-win. So, yeah, it's awesome. They also dropped another bombshell that EA Play is coming to Game Pass. So basically, that I believe EA Play is the same as what was it? EA Access is what it was called a while back. I guess they've rebranded it, and it's a cool little program that's a much smaller scale of what Game Pass is, and it's like you can go into their vault and play a lot of their old EA games / BioWare games, any company that EA owns, usually their games end up in the vault. Now, you won't have access to any of the newer games. You'd have to get, I believe it's EA Play Pro or whatever it's called. So if the new Madden comes out, you're going to have to get that, which is a different subscription service. But this only adds to the further value of Game Pass. So now I guess essentially the Mass Effect games are in Game Pass. So this is great news. Oh, also, I believe was it September 22nd is when pre-orders go live for both the Series S and the Series X, and the console is launching November 10th. The next generation is here, folks. I know I'm going to be ready, just waiting online for the 22nd to drop, for pre-orders to drop, so I can pre-order my Xbox Series X. I can't wait. I'm super excited for this console, and just this generation in particular. I really feel that, this generation is going to be awesome, where, don't get me wrong, the Xbox One, I've had a lot of fun on that one, and I have a PS4, and I've had some fun on that one, but I do feel like they cheaped out a little bit. The PS4 and the Xbox One were like mid-tier PC gaming, platforms when they launched. So they grew longer in the tooth a lot faster than previous generations when it comes to game performance. And even I would say that the PS4 and the Xbox One really didn't feel like a leap ahead from the PS3 and the Xbox 360. They really, it just felt like it was that generation, but only more so. Like, they did make minor improvements here and there. So I'm hopeful that this next generation is going to be a leap. It's going to, developers are going to be able to revolutionize gameplay and game genres with this new tech, which moves us on to our next topic, which is the PS5. So with Microsoft pretty much being forced to lay the cards on the table, PlayStation inevitably had to answer. And they have, in that I believe it's next week, is it September 16th, they are going to have an event which I think they will be dropping the price of both of their units, which is the PS5 and the PS5 Digital Edition. And they're probably going to also let us know when pre-orders go live and when the console is launching. I suspect the console to be about the same price as both Xboxes. So I think the PS5 with the disc is going to have to be $499, just like the Series X. Now, the digital edition, maybe they might not go as low as $300 like the Series S, because essentially the PS5 digital is the exact same unit as the PS5, I guess, disc. The only difference is one has disk drive, the other one doesn't, where Microsoft can get away with that price because even though there is similar hardware in both the Series X and Series S, the Series S does have I don't want to use weaker, but I guess I'll have to, for lack of a better word, but it does have a less beefier GPU, so they were able to cut down on the price because they put that in there. So I just don't see the digital edition. It's probably going to be more like PS5 is $500 and the digital PS5 will be $400, I believe. And so they're going to match them on that. And as far as release date, I don't see them. I see Sony either releasing the next week or maybe the week before Xbox. I think they're going to try to keep their releases at least a week apart from each other. Again, I'm super excited. I think Sony, while they don't necessarily have the power on their side at launch, that's probably going to get me some comments below, but I mean, it is a fact. The Series X is a lot more beefier than the PS5, but the PS5 does have that really fast SSD, so maybe that will be able to, maybe there'll be more interesting and more unique experiences on the PS5 that you can't get anywhere else. So it's going to have that. So I'm very excited to see what we're able to get out of the PlayStation 5. And also when that drops, I'll be getting it. I'll be honest with you folks, I have been saving up money all summer and I have money for both consoles. This is a 2-bit first. Usually I'm too broke to buy both consoles and I have to kind of pick one and then hope the other gets really cheap within the next like 2 to 3 years. And then within 2 to 3 years I buy the other console and the games are also super cheap, so I pick up a bunch of games too. That's usually been my tradition, but I'm breaking that tradition this year and I'm able to get both. Very excited, especially the PS5, what I've heard about its controller. It's like the haptic? Is it haptic? Am I saying that right? Feedback? That looks like it's going to be very interesting. So you guys, let me know in the comment section below, which system are you guys picking? What do you think about this pricing? What are you most looking forward to in the next generation of video games? And here I thought I was done talking about next-gen consoles. So Nintendo also is hinting at a 4K Switch, so essentially a Switch Pro. There's been rumors that Nintendo is asking developers to prepare for 4K, to make their Switch games 4K. The articles I've read on it seems like it's more rumor than fact. I haven't seen anywhere where there is a direct quote, and it's from the people working on Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. Now, it's on Twitter, someone was replying, because I believe they announced that they're going to have upgraded versions for the PS4 and the Xbox One version, if I could be wrong there, but basically someone tweeted at them saying, damn, I have the Switch version, looks like I gotta hunt down a PS4 copy. And then they replied, who knows, maybe Switch also has some next-gen hardware in the oven. Now, maybe they're being coy, or like the rumors are suggesting, Nintendo is planning on launching a 4K-capable Switch. Now, I've seen some rumors saying that, it'll be on par with the PS4. That's possible. That would be awesome to have a portable, like, PS4 in your pocket. Well, not your pocket, it doesn't really fit in your pocket, but on the go with you. But I also think that maybe, possibly, I don't know, I'm not a big tech guy, but could it be possible to have a PS4 Pro portable, or is that still a little bit too expensive to do? Either way, that would be quite a beefy system, because the base Switch is not even as powerful as the Xbox One. So it's even a step under the Xbox One, which arguably, I think, out of all of the iterations, PS4, Xbox One, PS4 Pro, Xbox One X, it is the weakest link in that grouping of consoles. And so the base Switch isn't even up to that level. So even having a Switch upgraded to like a PS4 level would be quite the leap. The PS4, as we know, has HDR capabilities itself, so I could definitely see getting some 4K gaming out of a Switch Pro. I'm excited because I have like a launch Switch. It's had some better days. It still plays games just fine, but it's been beaten up a little bit. I mean, children will do that sometimes. So it's getting a little bit long in the tooth, so to speak. So I am going to be in the market. Hopefully, maybe it'll come out next year. I will be in the market to maybe trade up for a beefier Switch. I'm looking forward to that. You guys let me know in the comments section below if you're looking forward to that as well. So, more next-gen news. Well, kind of, sort of next-gen. Borderlands 3 is getting a free next-gen upgrade. They're also working on some DLC. But let's get back to this free next-gen upgrade. Why can't 505 Games manage to do it with Control, or the fact that Activision is charging us with Cold War? It's like, hey, pay $80, we'll give you a free next-gen upgrade. How about I just wait for the Xbox Series X version to come out and buy that for $65 instead of paying $80 for an Xbox One version? So not interested. So at least 2K, which is weird because usually 2K is also super greedy, but at least they've come to their senses and they are releasing free upgrades. Apparently, we're also going to get 4 player split screen co-op on the new systems. Super exciting. We still have more DLC coming out. Though, if I read this article correctly, the next paid DLC won't be similar to the campaign DLCs that have been part of the Season Pass. It will include both a new game mode and a new skill tree for each Vault Hunter, which also means new action skills, according to this quote I'm reading here. So, I'll be honest, I haven't been playing. I have Borderlands 3. I have the Season Pass. I got it for, I believe, was it my birthday? Yeah. No, I didn't. No, yeah, I did. I got it for my birthday last year. Sorry, folks. Too many games I own. Too big of a backlog I have to get through. But yes, I got it. I played a little bit of it, but then I got sucked into some other games and, of course, YouTube projects that I work on and off again on, so I haven't been able to come back to Borderlands 3, but still super exciting to know that the copy I got last year is going to carry over to my new console, and I don't have to worry about, like, switching out consoles. Like, oh, I got to plug up the Xbox One X to play Borderlands 3. I can just stick it in the old Series X, and I am good to go. What about you folks? What do you guys think of this actually good move? And also, I haven't really talked to you guys about this. What do you think about these companies like Activision and like 505 Games that are wanting to double dip on people with these upgrades? Because Sony and Microsoft have already said they are all for giving people free upgraded versions of their games on their new systems. You figured the third-party people would follow suit, especially since the platform holders are doing it, but clearly greed is a powerful thing in this very much post-capitalist society we live in. And I got a couple last things to do, and then I'm going to hop out of here. We have Chris Hemsworth commenting on Thor Love and Thunder. I almost said God of Thunder. Thor Love and Thunder. And he's just saying that he really enjoys this script. The movie, of course, because of the pandemic, has been, pushed back a little bit. They're hoping to start filming, I believe, next year. But the important thing about the quote is that he said, and I'm paraphrasing, but that he is not done with Thor, and he is not retiring anytime soon from that role, as Robert Downey Jr. has retired, of course, from Iron Man, and I believe Chris Evans has retired from Captain America. And I enjoy this because I enjoy this news because I was looking forward to seeing Thor more, because I really feel of those three characters, Thor's story wasn't done yet. He still has a lot to give to this universe and to the other characters. I really want to see Thor hanging out with the Guardians of the Galaxy. I really think Thor's own personal story is far from done. He's got a lot. He has just gone through a lot in these past few Marvel movies, and I really hope to see him in a better place, because I'll be honest, Thor, I think, is still in a pretty rough place psychologically, and I just hope we get as beautiful an ending for Thor's character as we got for Tony Stark, Iron Man, and Captain America, because I really feel like, even though, yes, I admit that I think Iron Man still had a lot to give to the Marvel Universe, his personal story kind of came full circle and came to an end there, especially if you think in the first Avengers, he's arguing with Captain America, and Captain America's like, you wouldn't lay yourself, on the line, on the barbed wire to let your friends over, you wouldn't put yourself on the line, I think is what he said. And then Tony Stark was like, easy, I would just get something to cut the wire, why lay on it? That was kind of like his idea. And then you get to Avengers Endgame, and he actually does lay his life on the line for everyone else, and I really feel like he came full circle there. And it was sad to say goodbye to that character, but at the same time, it was I felt like his character was complete. it felt complete, like that story. Same thing with Captain America. His story kind of came to an end, and it felt right. It just felt right. And I was worried that they were going to send Hemsworth, also into retirement. It just doesn't feel right for that character yet. So here's to hopefully more Thor movies, and in particular, more Thor kind of popping in other characters' movies and doing his thing. So that is very exciting. You guys should let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about that. I'm going to stop saying that. I feel like I'm saying that for like every topic. It's been a while. I'm very talkative. So last but certainly not least, we have a new Medal of Honor game coming out. It's a VR game. I saw it and I was like, ooh, this is cool. Is this going to be on like PS4 VR? So I might actually go and buy a VR headset so I can enjoy this game. I really wish I had Jonathan with me here, because he would definitely have a lot to speak on this topic. But no, alas, bad gas, we are not getting Medal of Honor, and I believe it's called Above and Beyond. Yes, Medal of Honor Above and Beyond. Above and Beyond. It is not coming. It's coming out for the Oculus Rift, unfortunately, and there is no plan for it to come out for the PS4 or the PS5. I'm not going to buy an Oculus Rift. Maybe Jonathan will, and then I can enjoy this new installment in the dormant Medal of Honor series. We haven't seen the Medal of Honor game in years. It's based in World War II. It looks really interesting. It's the first VR game I've seen, and I'm like, I kind of want to play that. So, with that being said, I'm going to end this podcast. I know it was a short one. Maybe we'll have a much longer one in the future, but these are all the topics I wanted to get through, and I wanted to get a podcast out there because I haven't done one in a while, and I'm wanting to be more active because, life is short, and I need to stop putting things off and start doing what I say I'm going to do. And podcasts and hopefully some live streams in the future. I'm going to be much more active. I know I say that all the time, but I'm really trying. Life sometimes can be a bit tough. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Please let me know in the comment section below what topics you would like for us to discuss, because I'm always open to different topics to discuss. And I just like talking. I'm a very talkative guy. So, with that said, folks, I hope you stay safe, and as always, play on.